National abattoir complete and awaiting commissioning. Work on the new hospital to commence this financial year, and Bishop of the Diocese of Roseau launches his third publication. Thank you for joining us on another edition of National Focus. I'm Kimani St. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after the break.
It is time to break the silence. Child abuse is one secret you should not keep. For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Thanks for staying with us. Pork and poultry farmers can look forward to the much-anticipated handing over of the newly completed abattoir. Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, along with Honorable Minister for Agriculture Johnson Drago, Director of Agriculture Ricky Brumant, and Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the St. Joseph constituency Kelvadaru visited the site on Monday. With just over $4 million of the 2015-2016 budget being allocated to provide assistance to existing and potential farmers, Honorable Prime Minister says the goal is to gain at least 12% of the poultry market in the first instance.
Clearly, this is a huge opportunity for us. As I keep saying, that the government has laid the foundation to take advantage of the market. It is left now to the consumers of the meat to determine how successful this program is going to be. It will not be successful merely by government intervention. So the government is putting the infrastructure in place. We're providing the farmers with technical training, technical assistance, financial assistance, and also we'll also be providing marketing assistance for the sale of the meat. So we will look forward to signing purchase agreements, sales and purchase agreements with the supermarkets and hotels for the supply of the meat to them. But importantly, at the end of the day, the supermarkets will buy as much as Dominicans are demanding to consume the meat.
Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the St. Joseph constituency Kelvadaru says many benefits can be derived from the abattoir.
The farmers within the Lai Park, the Bells, the St. Joseph area, they themselves have already geared up to ensure that they can begin to provide the necessary pork and the poultry for the abattoir. And I believe also the constituency will benefit in terms of employment. We see a number of jobs will be created here, both direct jobs and indirect jobs. And through the Ministry of Agriculture, we'll see tremendous support be given to farmers to enhance and to also set up new farms. I think this is a major step towards the solving of our import bill as it relates to pork and poultry. And the government will continue to work tirelessly with the residents in the area as well as the farmers overall to ensure that we can bring more production in the pork and the poultry sector.
The Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Johnson Drago, says the success of the abattoir depends on the consumption patterns of Dominicans.
We will be engaging the supermarkets. There will be specially located areas in the supermarkets with our pork and poultry coming from the abattoir. Let us support what is Dominica. Let us support what is ours to ensure that the abattoir becomes the success story it should be.
The over 10 million EC dollar abattoir is financed by the government of Venezuela. 20,000 birds and 250 pigs will be slaughtered weekly when the abattoir becomes operational. A trial run of the facility will be conducted within the next 2 weeks, and the staffing is underway. In more news, a female farmer from the community of Maho will soon have better access to her farm in the Lai Park area, thanks to the intervention of the Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Amelia Ambrose of Maho brought forth her concern to the Honorable Prime Minister during a town hall meeting in Maho last Thursday. The Honorable Prime Minister agreed to visit her on Monday, and that promise was fulfilled.
So she had issue with her roads, and so I have taken a decision here this morning to provide her with the necessary support. So we'll be hauling the tariff here for her and also laying it down for her at no cost to her. And that should be done before the end of this week. And also we'll be providing her with, based on her request, a quantity of fertilizer to apply to her farm. And the Director of Agriculture is there, and we have indicated to him that we need to continue providing her with some technical support so that she can continue to produce the farming.
The longtime farmer says she is indebted to the Honorable Prime Minister for his support.
I had my access road to the abattoir, and because of the construction of the abattoir, they blocked the road, so I had no access to my road. So because of that, 3 months after, I had to cut a road on my own, and I needed assistance, and I tried my best, but nothing. So I met the Prime Minister on Thursday in Maho, and I asked him I put my cause before him, asked him for assistance, and on Monday morning at 9 o'clock, the Prime Minister was here at the abattoir to hear what I had to say. Such rapid response, and I am so grateful for that. I never thought it would be so quick, you know. And then to see just on Thursday, and Monday he was there already, it's something to talk. It is real, he's keeping it real.
The Honorable Prime Minister says this is precisely what the town hall meetings are about.
It's about hearing from people. What are the concerns? What things are happening that are positive in the community? What are the concerns they have? What are the issues they have with the government or the system? And to see how we can respond in a practical term.
31 students from the All Saints University School of Medicine received their white coats at an official ceremony at the school's auditorium on Saturday. The ceremony marked the 25th white coat ceremony of the institution. The white coat ceremony traditionally marks the educational milestone of students who have completed 4 semesters of basic sciences. Dean of All Saints University, Dr. Terence Marcel, admonished the students to wear the coats with respect and dignity. He reminded them to be kind and humble.
Remember that greatness is not found in position, in prestige, in power. It is discovered in the goodness, the character, and of course your humility. Today, the white coat will be placed on your shoulders by your professors. It's a personal gift of them in their trust and their belief that you will continue and finish the program. Today, the white coat that you will receive will be a short version. I think we had a discussion on this yesterday. It's a short version indicating that you are a physician in training, you're a doctor in training. The length of that coat will remain short throughout your training in medical school as well as during your postgraduate years in residency or whatever postgraduate training you do adopt or take up. At the end of that time, when you become a consultant or an attending physician, the length of your coat will come the full length. And then you'll enjoy the privileges of being a full-fledged doctor.
The Honorable Minister for Health and Environment, Dr. Kenneth Darrow, represented the Honorable Prime Minister at Saturday's ceremony.
On behalf of the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica, I would like to express heartfelt congratulations to all of you who are now making this transition from the basic medical sciences into the clinical phase of a career. And as you now begin to apply the knowledge that you would have gained in your first couple semesters of training, or first couple years of training rather, to now treating patients in a clinical setting, it is my wish that you come to appreciate more and more this very critical decision you made to choose All Saints and of course Dominica to pursue your dream of becoming a physician.
The school, which began with just over 100 students 10 years ago, has now grown to a roll of over 500 students.
We are aware of the challenges of your growing student population and the need for classroom space. And we are very heartened and encouraged by the fact that you would have taken the initiative and would have moved quickly to procure available, though perhaps not ideal, space within the city. In lauding your efforts and the knowledge that history has taught us, that it is never prudent to depend on any one sector to sustain the economy, and we are committed to working with you in your efforts at relocating to a more permanent location here in Dominica. It means that All Saints University is here to stay, and we want to thank you for considering making Dominica your permanent home.
The Honorable Minister advised the students that they should not pursue this noble profession only for economic gain, but love for humanity. The Honorable Minister for Education and Human Resource Development, Peter St. told students that the service that they will provide will have ripple effects as a healthy population leads to a productive economy.
Today is another important step on a journey that will eventually culminate in you being judged competent to provide a very important service to mankind in whatever part of the world that you may find yourself. I urge you, therefore, to take this responsibility seriously, as this career that you have chosen places you in a position to impact on so many lives, so many livelihoods, and so many economies.
Isafon Williams, Olaleye Ayula, and Uguchi Callister were awarded 3 top spots of the class. Meantime, the Honorable Education Minister Peter St. detailed government's decision to move the All Saints University to a more permanent location. While addressing the 31 students who received their white coats on Saturday, Honorable St. says as the number of the students attending the school yearly increases, Dominica and Dominicans continue to benefit from the school's economic and social activity.
It is for this and many other reasons that the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica has taken a decision to facilitate All Saints University School of Medicine in becoming a truly first-class medical school. I speak here of the recent decision to allocate 10.74 acres of land in the Warner area to All Saints University School of Medicine for the construction of a state-of-the-art university complex.
He challenged management of the school to begin construction at the site in earnest. You're watching National Focus. Stay with us.
There is a silent, invisible killer in our midst. A killer which largely goes unnoticed as it plies its deadly trade. Its name is secondhand tobacco smoke, which has a far greater impact on persons inhaling this poison than on smokers themselves. Secondhand tobacco smoke is especially detrimental in public places and negatively impacts our national health as well as public health expenditure. Stop this invisible killer now. Say no to secondhand tobacco smoke in public places. A public health message brought to you by the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Welcome back. The Honorable Minister for Health and the Environment, Dr. Kenneth Daru, can confirm that the construction of the new hospital will begin during this financial year. A large chunk of the $52.1 million allocation of the recent national budget will go towards that piece of infrastructure.
The Chinese are more than ready to build a hospital. The money is available to build a hospital. So it's not a case like we're saying we're going to build a hospital and we have to be scrambling for finances. The hospital is going to be built. The money is already approved for the hospital. After reviewing the plans, that we felt that there were certain aspects or certain features that a new hospital in the 21st century should have that probably were not included in the plan. There were certain modifications that we felt that were needed. So because of this, we had this slight delay, and I'm just committing myself and reaffirming that in this financial year, the new hospital will be built, and you are going to have your state-of-the-art hospital.
Alongside the construction of the new hospital is the adequate training of staff for the facility as well as the maintenance of the equipment.
What we have been doing over the past year or so in the Ministry of Health, together with the officials, the consultants, the doctors, the nurses, we have come up with a matrix in terms of the priority areas as it pertains to specialized training for doctors. And by next year, we would have had 5 doctors who would have completed training in internal medicine. I'm talking about specialized training in internal medicine, infectious and tropical diseases, orthopedics and traumatology, hematology, and oncology. And thanks to our Cuban friends, coming from a new agreement that was signed, I think in November, December last year, new Cuba CARICOM agreement, where they've agreed to train 2 of our staff every year in specialized services. And this year, another 4 of our doctors will be pursuing training in cardiology, urology, geriatrics, and intensive care.
Design work will also commence on the new Marigot Hospital in this financial year, as well as upgrades to the Portsmouth Hospital. Christ and Caribbean Culture, the name of the 3rd publication of His Lordship Bishop of the Diocese of Roseau, Gabriel Malzer. A formal launching of the book was held last Friday at the grounds of the Bishop's house. In the words of the author, the book focuses on the Caribbean Church in its attempt to unravel the significance of the Christ event in the Caribbean context. Sister Lorraine Royer reviews Christ and Caribbean culture.
The story is told of a European woman who was visibly disturbed after visiting one of our churches in the Caribbean. When asked the reason for her seeming displeasure, she intimated her disappointment that in a predominantly black culture, all the representations of Christ and the saints were very European. She had expected that after so many years of Christianity in the region, that somehow there might have been enough internalization and appropriation of the gospel message that we would have owned our Christ and our saints, and this by no means simply exteriorly. So the basic question as articulated by Bishop Malzer, who is Jesus Christ for us today, in page 27 of the book, is still a very pertinent question for our time.
Essentially, the book is a compilation of essays written and presented in 3 conferences in the region by Bishop Malzer in 1994, 1996, and 2001. It touches a range of issues including politics, the economy, justice, social values, sexual morality, and gender, and is written in 3 parts.
These are the challenges for the Catholic Christian in the new millennium, Christ and ethnicity in the Caribbean, and thirdly, towards a Caribbean Christian civilization. There is also a short theological reflection on bamboo bursting in the Caribbean. And in the author's own words, the book, though short it may be, the collection provides a fair grasp of the Caribbean Church's experience and the responsibility we have to make it what it ought to be, a leaven in the midst of God's people in context.
Although the main aim of the publication is to identify how Christ can be reflected in the context of Caribbean culture, the writer admits that this can be a daunting task in the region given the multiracial composition. However, he concludes that ethnicity goes beyond the color of the skin.
The main purpose of the book is to help us appreciate ourselves as a people on the way to salvation in the context of the Caribbean. It seeks to show that any theology, that is, faith-seeking understanding, has of necessity to take seriously the context in which it is lived. To accept the fact that Christ, the Christ of faith, is truly incarnated in each of us individually and in all of us collectively, despite any racial configuration, has every potential for self-esteem and for genuine liberation or salvation, which always comes from within. Salvation, in other words, is always an inside job, so to speak.
Senator the Honorable Robert Tong represented the Honorable Prime Minister at the occasion and was presented with a copy of the book. However, this occasion was not solely a launching affair. It represented Bishop Malzer's fundraising efforts towards the renovation of Our Lady of Fairhaven Cathedral in Roseau. Proceeds of this book, like the previous two, will go towards that venture. His Lordship Malzer says the church has only met the halfway mark of the estimated $12 million needed to refurbish the cathedral. His two previous publications, A Decade of Grace and The Eucharist and the Poor, has so far brought in close to $200,000. Christ and Caribbean Culture will also be available online. Hard copies can be purchased from Amazon or downloaded on ebook and Kindle. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is next with Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, projet Chimé Horseback Ridge en territoire Kalinago, autant important pour le développement. Parole ça là, sorti du ministre Kalinago, Honorable Cassius Darrow.
Some major tourist route la touriste qui passe pour faire garder belle scénique nous en place Kalinago territory. Et fait les chemins ça là qui fini qui bénéficier en l'homme parce que déjà nous avons fait petit morceau chemin ça c'est pas un morceau mais c'est un bon chemin nous fait sortir par la police station là pour arriver à tout un village tout. Et fait si quoi avant nous avons beaucoup à faire par Akasan descendre arriver à Pégua monter ça des point au moins 25 minutes. Mais actuellement, il prend vraiment 7 minutes pour arriver tout dans la ville. So, ça a livré place là. Quand nous regardons the whole, the ambience of the Kalinago territory will be uplifted. Mais nous regardons, nous continuer à travailler ensemble, ensemble avec le local government pour nous faire certain que l'année ça là nous que autant de travail qu'a fait et nous que plus économique activité en place Kalinago territory at Kingsnever and Chisley.
En autre nouvelle, officier département quarantine Dominique qui visité pays Brésil, on a observé bagay en lab pays Salam, mané pour traiter red palm mite qui a bien détruit Dawi Coco en pays là. Officier Brésil en Dominique 80 et puis officier ministre agriculture gourmet on compte mauvais virus là. Monsieur Ryan Ansem c'est officier quarantine Dominique.
Et nous fini semaine ça là. Nous que aller en Brésil aussi. Nous que visiter la bio, nous que visiter université, nous que visiter ça yo ka faire et yo que train des staff en plan de protection comment pour multiplier ces bénéfices natural enemies là. Comment nous ça fait un programme pour nous contrôler ces Tibet ça là qu'a fait ces coucou nous pas nous. So nous bien contents nous les remercier gouvernement pour ba l'argent pour faire research en red palm mite. Gouvernement jaba $1 million plus qui $1 million nous ka taper support from marketplace c'est un research institution dans Brésil qui a l'argent pour faire research avec collaboration ça là c'est ensemble avec Brésil et Brapa Kabi avec Dominique avec yoba nous $80,000 pour nous faire travail avec eux ensemble. So Dominique qui bénéficie de programme ça là.
Et bien finalement compagnie de l'eau d'Owasco ni projet de l'eau tout mon pays là. Parole ça là sorti officier relations publiques compagnie ça là monsieur Edward Regis.
Nous avons différents projets tout en pays, nous avons qui est West Coast Water Supply Project. Ça a allé bien, il y a 3 différentes phases. Des phases, nous avons fini 2 phases, et la 3e phase là, il a allé bien. Nous aussi, nous projet Union Estate, La Pointe, vers Savane, en Cachakou. Nous projet nous avons fini en Grand Fond, en Benz, en Vécaz, avec tout ça. Former un pas dans activité à nous qu'a pensé qui mène global toutes ces communes tout en Dominique comme ça gouvernement Dominique d'Owasco avec différentes organisations comme BNTF, avec European Union, ils tous qui travaillent ensemble pour faire certain que Dominique ça mette dans une bonne position. Voilà, nous au Tanglo, et nous amener gloire à toutes ces communes-là, tout en Dominique.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non moins, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up, the first drink you should have in the morning for amazing health benefits.
Children, remember adults should not ask you to keep secrets that make you feel uncomfortable.
For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Adding lemon to water not only quenches thirst better than any other beverage, but it also nourishes our body with vitamins, minerals, and trace elements which we absolutely need. Lemon with water can be considered the best natural energy booster. When we wake up in the morning, our bodily tissues are dehydrated and are in need of water to push out toxins and rejuvenate the cells. Among the many health benefits of drinking warm lemon water first thing in the morning, here is one. Warm water with lemon helps digestion as lemon contains citric acid. It interacts with other enzymes and acids which easily stimulate the secretion of gastric juice and digestion. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News Desk, I'm Kimani St. Thanks for watching, and join us again next time on National Focus.